All right, so deeply sorry for that breaking transmission. And back to the news. Some vulnerable FCT residents, including the scavengers, beggars, petty traders, among others, have filed a suit against the minister, Nyesom Wike, demanding 500 million naira in damages over alleged breach of their fundamental rights. A legal practitioner, Abba Hakima, filed the suit before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja on behalf of the vulnerable residents, praying for an order awarding the sum of 500 million naira as general and exemplary damages for the violation of the fundamental rights which are guaranteed under Section 34, 35, 41, and 42 of the 1999 Constitution. Hakima, listed as the applicant in the originating motion, said he is suing in public interest for the protection of vulnerable citizens in Nigeria. The minister, as well as the Inspector General of Police, Director General, Department of State Services, DSS, and the Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps, as first to fourth respondents. President Bola Tinubu has declared the commitment of his administration to win the war against insecurity in the country. President Tinubu stated this at the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day in Abuja. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, the President, who was represented by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, reiterated his readiness to equip the military with the necessary resources to stamp out all manner of security challenges across the country. The Nigerian Police Force has formally written to Amnesty International demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over a publication titled Bloody August, Nigeria government's violent crackdown on End Bad Governance protest. The controversial report alleged human rights violations, police brutality, and excessive violence by the Nigerian Police Force during the August 2024 End Bad Governance protest. The NPF, in a letter signed by the Force Public Relations Officer ACP Oluwamuyiwa Adejobi, described the publication as misleading and damaging to the reputation of the NPF. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has urged President Bola Tinubu to ensure the federal government develops a sustainable strategy for financing education in Nigeria. Obasanjo, speaking at the 70th birthday celebration of Vice Chancellor of Bells University, Oludele Ojedire, in Oyo State, also urged all levels of government to empower youth to become job creators. He stressed that President Tinubu and the federal government must find a means to finance education for its sustainability. About 390 Nigerian migrants comprising 387 adult males and 2 adult females and 1 infant boy who were stranded in Niamey, Niger Republic, have been repatriated back to the country. Speaking during their reception at the Nigerian Immigration Training School, Kanu, the Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to reintegrating the returnees into various empowerment programs under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. The coalition of the United Political Parties, CUPP, the main opposition group in Nigeria, has criticized the federal government over the widespread insecurity. In a statement signed by the CUPP spokesperson, Mark Adebayo, the opposition coalition described the recent massacre of 40 farmers in Borno State by suspected terrorists as a tragic example of the government's inability to protect its citizens. CUPP highlighted the escalating insecurity across various states. Hence, it called for a radical overhaul of Nigeria's security architecture, emphasizing the need for a government that can effectively combat insecurity. The coalition urged Nigerians to reject the APC in the 2027 elections, warning of dire consequences if the current administration remains in power beyond that year. Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa has said that the military expects a bountiful harvest in the upcoming budget defense before the National Assembly for 2025 to defeat insecurity. He stated this at the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces Day celebration 2025. General Musa, while thanking the President and members of the National Assembly for their support, said the military look forward to a bountiful harvest. Elsewhere in the news, one Marine police officer has been declared missing, while two others sustained varied degrees of injury following attack on the operatives by armed hoodlums suspected to be sea pirates on Akwa Ibom coastal waters. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command confirmed the daring attack on its Marine Police patrol team by suspected armed sea pirates along the Oron-Calabar waterways. The patrol team, with fewer personnel, was ambushed by 24 armed sea pirates, but the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Muhammad Azare, swung into action by mobilizing tactical operatives to work with sister agencies so as to comb everywhere for the fleeing suspect with a view to apprehending and recovering the missing officer. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde joined a brief ceremony that took place in his office in Ibadan, presented the staff of office and certificate of appointment to the Alafin designate Abimbola Owoade, declaring that the coronation will take place in 4 weeks' time. Makinde, who condemned alleged attempts by some individuals to corrupt the Alafin selection process by taking bribes, vowed that such persons would be prosecuted by the state. According to Makinde, the choice of Owoade as the new Alafin was devoid of politics or government interference. The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has distanced himself from the impeachment of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa. Sanwo-Olu's special advisor on media and publicity, Boyega Akosile, described Obasa's impeachment as strict legislative affair, devoid of politics or the state government's influence or interference. Akosile cited separation of powers in the Constitution and the executive, legislative, and judiciary. Also in the news, the former Senate Deputy President and APC flag bearer in the 2023 governorship election in Delta State, Ovie Omo Agege, has debunked reports that he plans to leave the party. This was made known in a statement by his spokesman, Sonny Are, stating that the story is a product of allegation of journalism with no iota of truth, adding that it was a barefaced hatchet job. This is coming after a publication had alleged that Senator Ovie Omo Agege, Deputy President of the Senate in the 9th session, is scheming to abandon the All Progressive Congress APC to team up with the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai to float a phantom new political party. A chieftain of the All Progressive Congress APC in Kano State, Mukhtar Isaac, has trained over 1,400 youths on information technology. The exercise was organized in line with the party's national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje's commitment to youth empowerment across Kano State. Global TV Northwest correspondent Idris Jibril reports.
Drawn from the 44 local government areas of Kano State, these youth were trained on various aspects of information technology under the Mukhtaria Foundation of the All Progressive Congress.
For the first 5 years, we have been doing it, and every year we are increasing the number of intake in the school. So we'd like to continue with that.
According to these APC chieftains in Kano, the training program aligns with the commitments of the APC national chairman to youth empowerment across the country.
As you know, our father, our political godfather, Baba Ganduje, has been in the forefront of actualizing skills acquisition in Kano State. was the establishment of Dangote Skills Acquisition Center.
Chairing the occasion, leader of the Northern Lawmakers, Alhassan Ado Dogwa, clarifies the position of the House regarding the controversial tax reform bill as he challenged political representatives to adopt alternative education system such as this one.
Education, I want to repeat, education is so huge a project that the government cannot do it alone. Take, for instance, the tax reform bills, to which we are all standing vehemently against. We are standing against it because we believe it might not work out well for the people we are representing. It doesn't matter who is the governor of Kano State, but at least I am an indigene of Kano State. It doesn't matter who is the governor in Kazina, or in Kaduna, or in Zamfara, or in Enugu. But any program that comes to bear negatively to the fortunes of our respective governments in our respective states, then those of us who are on the floor of the House of Representatives to hold brief for our people will dare not allow any policy that will come and be detrimental to the interests and aspirations of our own people.
About 1,410 of these youth have now benefited from this training program and are expected to become self-reliant. From Kano, Idris Jobrin reporting for Global Television.
News broadcast of News Express on Global Television coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, Nigerian Communications Commission to name defaulting banks this week. Over 200 billion naira unstructured supplementary service data debt. We shall bring you those details as well as that of foreign and sports stories right after the break. Please stay with us. Welcome back from the break. In business, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has sought the federal government's financial backing to upgrade their stations to refueling points for compressed natural gas. National Vice President of IPMAN, Ahmed Fashola, in an interview, said the association is interested in selling CNG in its filling stations, but has yet to do so because of the capital required. Fashola urged the federal government to allocate funds for the oil and gas sector, saying that the commercial banks are hindering their business due to the high interest rate. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, will this week publicly release the names of 18 banks that have failed to settle their outstanding debts for using mobile network operators' unstructured supplementary service data platforms. Reports gathered say these banks collectively owe a total of 200 billion naira, and the telecom regulator is preparing to take action, including suspending USSD services for the defaulters. So far, only 4 banks have reportedly met the payment requirement outlined in the joint directive issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the NCC in December 2023, which stipulated that 60% of the pre-application programming interfaces invoices must be settled by January 2nd, 2025, with payment plans to be agreed upon by the banks. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has announced the approval of 20.75 billion naira for disbursement to 192,906 students in public tertiary institutions nationwide. An update by NELFund on X said that the fresh disbursement was as of January 1st, 2025. The latest disbursement will see Bayero University, Kano, benefiting the most, with 11,683 students approved to receive a total of 1.3 billion naira, followed by the University of Maiduguri, where 12,198 students will share 1.27 billion naira. Then the University of Jos, with 6,988 students, set to receive 941 million naira, while 8,978 students of the Federal University Dutse Ma will benefit 909 million naira. The premium motor spirit PMS, also known as petrol, would likely cost more as depot owners have increased prices by about 4.74%. This follows the recent increase of crude oil prices, including Nigeria's Bonny Light, to $80 per barrel this week from $73 per barrel last week. Marketers have reportedly raised petrol and diesel prices at depots by 43 and 4.74% due to the rising crude oil prices. This current situation, according to reports, indicates that filling stations nationwide may adjust their pump price to reflect the higher cost of refined products. On the foreign scene, Bavarian authorities have said that drones from unknown origin were spotted above a military airfield in southern Germany. Investigators said they have not ruled out espionage as a possible cause for the sighting, possibly connected to Russia's war against Ukraine. The Bavaria State Criminal Police Office said the police had been informed about a drone flight above the Manching Air Base near the city of Ingolstadt on Sunday evening. U.S. President Joe Biden has announced that two of the Navy's future aircraft carriers will be named for former Commanders-in-Chief Bill Clinton and George W. Bush. Biden said in a statement that the future USS William J. Clinton CVN-82 and the future USS George W. Bush CVN-83 will begin construction in the years ahead. The statement added that when complete, they will join the most capable, flexible, and professional Navy that has ever put to sea. South Korea's Constitutional Court has opened the impeachment trial of President Yoon Suk-yeol over his failed martial law bid, but quickly adjourned the first hearing after the suspended leader didn't show up. Yoon was impeached after his December 3rd power grab plunged South Korea into its worst political crisis in decades and was suspended from duty but has gone to ground in his residence since refusing summons from investigators probing him for insurrection charges and using his presidential security team to resist arrest. The court spokesperson told newsmen that the trial first of 5 hearings began at 2 p.m. but lasted just minutes with Yoon not in attendance. Retired actress Delcy Curry, known for her roles in films such as The Blues Brothers, The Lady Sings the Blues, among others, has died in the ongoing Los Angeles wildfire. According to reports, the actress died at the age of 95 years old. Authorities confirmed that Curry's remains were found at her burned-down property at Altadena, California, according to her great-granddaughter, Delse Kelly. Curry was last seen on the evening of January 7th when Kelly dropped her off at home. In sports, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has pledged to honor victorious athletes who recently represented the FCT in various sporting events. Wike disclosed this in a statement from the FCT Sports Department in Abuja, saying that a reception scheduled for Thursday is in recognition of athletes who represented the FCT at the 2022 National Sports Festival, the 7th and 8th National Youth Games, according to him. The honor is to appreciate the athletes for their acts of sacrifice, patriotism, and determination that have brought glory to the FCT. Former Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly on the verge of signing a new deal with Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr, worth an astounding €3.8 million per week. Ronaldo, who rejoined Manchester United in 2021, enjoyed a prolific first season, scoring 24 goals. Reports suggest that the 39-year-old forward, who turns 40 in February, is set to extend his contract with Al Nassr by 1 more season. The new deal is said to be worth $200 million euros, with Ronaldo earning an eye-watering 3.8 million euros weekly and will run until June 2026. West Ham United are plotting a move for Nottingham Forest forward Taiwo Awoniyi. According to reports, the Hammers want to sign the Nigerian international on loan for the remainder of the season. A permanent transfer has also been discussed, but Nottingham Forest's £20 million valuation could be a stumbling block. And moving to Spain, Barcelona president Juan Laporta defended his handling of Dani Olmo's registration issue and lashed out at enemies attacking the club in a fiery speech. Midfielder Olmo and striker Paul Victor both missed 2 matches after La Liga and the Spanish Football Federation refused them new licenses to play, saying Barcelona had failed to meet the deadline at the end of 2024. The financially struggling Catalan giants sold seats in VIP boxes at their under-construction Spotify Camp Nou stadium to Middle Eastern investors to help pass La Liga's strict financial fair play restrictions for the new licenses. Barcelona defender Inigo Martinez is said to miss 4 weeks with hamstring injury. The Catalan club, in a statement, said the centre-back Martinez sustained the problem in Barca's 5-2 Spanish Super Cup win over Real Madrid in Saudi Arabia on Sunday. Tests carried out have shown Martinez has a right hamstring injury. He will be out for around 4 weeks. To end Global TV News Express, here is a summary of our top stories. Some vulnerable FCT residents, including the scavengers, beggars, petty traders, among others, have filed a suit against the minister, Nyesom Wike, demanding 500 million naira in damages over alleged breach of their fundamental rights. The Nigerian police force has formally written to Amnesty International demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over a publication titled Bloody August, Nigeria government's violent crackdown on End Bad Governance protests. In business, the premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, would likely cost more as depot owners have increased prices by about 4.74% on the foreign scene. The premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, would likely cost more as depot owners have increased prices. And in sport, former Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly on the verge of signing a new deal with Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr, worth a stunning 3.8 million euros per week. That's it on Global Television News Express. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and Star Times channel 276 and free to air on Nikonsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen using @GlobalTVNG. I am Anthony Momodu. Thank you for watching.